you so much for staying with us. Catch us on Twitter. The hashtag is #OneOnOne. Of course, we love it when you talk to us on Twitter. Our SMS number is 22422. I'm in studio with the president himself, the self-proclaimed king of bling. His name is Jackson Getchu Makini. That's what his mama calls him. So, Prezzo, thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
The last time I saw you, I think, was way back. I think, yeah, it's been a while. So I want to catch up with you and just find out what you've been up to.
Yeah.
Of course, starting from what we, of course, remember you most from, which was from the Big Brother Star game. You did very well. You did Kenya so proud.
Thank you.
You came in runners-up. Tell us what that feeling was like for you, just being so close to bagging the top prize.
Well, you know, for me, like, it was a blessing for me, because a lot of people, you know, as usual, people don't believe. So for me, it was like that moment to show the non-believers that, you know, they actually could believe.
Yeah.
And I went there, represented my country. Like, I put my country's flag so high.
Yeah.
That, you know, like, everybody noticed it. So there's no better feeling than that.
I mean, and when you were going in, did you ever think that you would do that well? Did you think?
I was actually, like, you know, not to sound, you know, overconfident or anything, but my mom can attest to it. I told her, like, I'm coming back with this money.
Yeah.
I wasn't second guessing, because think about it. If I went there without knowing what I was doing, I would have, like, shot my career, like, I would have shot myself in the foot. Because if I came out, like, after 1 week, then people wouldn't have wanted to hear about Prezzo. So I went there for the kill, and that's what happened.
And, you know, so you came out of the house, Prezzo, did so well, and then you just sort of just have been really on the down low. Have you been on the down low? Is that like...
Yeah, it's not really down low. You know, you got to realize, like, heavy is the head that carries the crown. So the picture people see, they actually don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You see what I'm saying? And we all know it's not easy being a president.
Yeah.
So, you know,
it's not. Yeah, I'm sure it's not.
But it's something that is in me. Every day, like, we focus on showbiz. If it's not me, if it's not Prezzo, like, it's somebody that we're working on. You know, I got my business partner with me. We have a company called Sound Deluge.
Okay.
We're working on a clothing line. So many things. Like, we're still in the industry, but we don't have to be out there to be seen.
Okay.
And then when it's time for Prezzo to come, because what normally happens is when Prezzo comes through, he normally steals all the shine. So I'm actually being a very good sportsman right now.
Yeah. But what came out of, for you, and we'll be talking about your clothing line, Prezzo, but what do you feel came out of you being in the Big Brother Africa Star game for you? What did you gain out of that exposure? Did any good come out of that?
Most definitely. You know, in my kind of business, any publicity is good publicity. And you see, before, like, Prezzo had countered the Eastern Africa market. But then after Big Brother, you know, like, anywhere across the globe I would go to, people actually recognize. Prezzo is one brand that was in World Star Hip Hop. Not so many people are in that kind of platform. And all this is not because of my own effort, but Big Brother had a lot to play with that.
Yeah.
And then Jay-Z got to meet Prezzo.
So, you didn't get to meet Jay-Z. Jay-Z got to meet you. What did you say to him? What was the first thing you said to him?
He was kicking it, you know?
Yeah? Is he cool? Is he good people?
He's very cool. And you see, like, forget what I said before about Jay-Z meeting Prezzo, but in reality, if it wasn't for Big Brother, there's no way Prezzo would have met Jay-Z. These kind of things, you know, like, there's so much more into this world, more than money. Money is not everything.
So, I mean, I want to talk about, so you left Big Brother, and we're not going to dwell on Big Brother too much, but let me just ask you one final question on Big Brother. So Huda goes into the Big Brother house, And, you know, we're all cheering her and we're saying, wow, and I like Huda. I think I like her personality. And I was really cheering her on. And then for you, you know, how did it feel like to see a fellow Kenyan not scale the heights that you had scaled? What perhaps do you think went wrong with that situation?
Honestly, who am I to judge?
Yeah.
You know, like, I think it just goes with one's luck, you know. And luck is something that comes, today's me, tomorrow's you. So I really didn't think anything of it.
Okay.
Like, I was just like, you know, maybe next time.
All right, so you touched on the fact that you have a clothing line. Do you have anything in your clothing line that you're wearing tonight?
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Would you like me to stand up?
Yeah. So, Mr. Director, Prezzo is wearing his
if
clothing line.
If you'll be kind enough to please zoom in.
Yeah.
See, this here, we call this DL. DW, sorry. Yeah. DL, you know, like on my way here, our people was asked for a driver's license. But we call this the DW, you know. Yeah. It's called the
So what look is that? What's that about? It's like, it's got a little skirt on top of it.
Yeah, it's just something different. You know, like whatever you do, you got to be outstanding with it. And at the same time, you got to stand out.
So what do you think about this look on Prezzo? The hashtag is one-on-one. Remember, of course, this is his clothing line. So tell peeps where they can find this. Is it out yet?
Well, actually, these are designs that we're coming up with. Like, we got a whole team working on it.
Right.
So very soon, you know, like, we'll put out something solid where people can actually order for it. Okay. I'm just letting you on the inside because I haven't seen you for a very long time.
Yeah, that's true.
So I want you to
Well, I think I like it, and if you allow us, we can critique it tomorrow on the Fashion Watch.
Would you like me to stand again, Lillian?
Yeah, well,
and you can take a good look.
So that's Prezzo's fashion line.
I think it's pretty cool, though.
I think it's pretty cool too. I like it.
Thank you.
So let's talk about the fact that, of course, you're the king of bling. You're called that. Is this stuff that you wear real, Prezzo? I mean, with all the muggings in the city, do you just walk on the streets of Nairobi, if you do walk at all, on the streets of Nairobi with this bling on? Is this for real, or is this just like one of those PR stunts that people pull?
No, you know, like, ever since way back in the day, like, anything that I wear always like has to be, it's either genuine or I don't mess with it. Like, if it's not genuine, there's no point in putting it on. So and at the same time, you know, if I tell you how real it is, people misunderstand me and they think like he's too full of himself.
No, tell us. We want to know. We want to know how real it is. What's the value on that stuff?
It is, I mean, what do you think?
I don't know, it looks pretty costly.
Yeah.
It is. Spot on. Okay, so Prezzo, I mean, then somebody would assume that you're the product of a very affluent upbringing. Did you grow up super wealthy? I mean, we know you as being this flashy guy that lands choppers and has these sophisticated vehicles and what have you. But tell us about your upbringing. Did this come easy? Is this how you grew up?
No, I came up from, you know, a very humble background. Like, I grew up in Isli. I was born in Pumwani. I was raised in Isli for 10 years, moved to Langata, and then after that, you know, got to where God put me right now. But like I said before, Lillian, like, people don't see the past, you know, they see the present, and they end up thinking that, oh, this is what it's been like ever since way back before. But that's not the situation. And, you know, like, that's what has actually groomed me into being the man that I am. When you see me, like, say, putting on, like, say, bling or, you know, having the finer things in life, it's because I appreciate it. I know what it feels like to not have it. So people shouldn't just come into conclusions like that. Okay.
All right, and I know that you've talked about your mother a lot over the years.
Yeah, I love my mom.
Yeah?
Very much.
Very close to her.
Yeah.
Okay. So what role does she play? Like, is she the person that you go to when you're down?
Yeah.
Tell us about your relationship with your mom. Does she approve of the girls that you date, for instance?
I know she approves of the one I'm with right now.
Yeah. Okay. Are you dating?
Yeah.
Really seriously dating, or just sort of hanging out?
Seriously, check my Instagram.
Check his Instagram. Stalk him on Instagram.
And I put it open out there. Like, my Instagram account is not private. It's open for the world to see. I got no secrets, you know. I have nothing to hide.
Yeah. Of course, Prezzo, it is public knowledge that you are married.
Back to what you're asking about my mom, though. Let's take it one step at a time.
Let's go back to your mom. Yeah, you told me that she's approved of the girl that you are with now.
Yeah, and she's my best friend. She's there like through thick or thin. Whenever things are good, whenever things are bad, she'll always be there. So for that reason, I got her back, and she's got mine.
Yeah. And so, can we now move to the family story? So, Prezzo, you were married
Another thing
once.
about my mom is, my mom is a very beautiful person, both inside and outside. Like anybody who meets my mom can actually see that warmth in her.
Yeah. And she's Kenyan?
My mom's Tanzanian.
She's Tanzanian.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think I read that up somewhere some time back. So, okay, I get the feeling you don't want us to get personal. Do you tell us about your daughter then? Because I know you've got a beautiful
daughter. I love my daughter to bits, like I have her all over my arm.
Zari.
Yeah.
I love her too. Zari, that's what his tats say.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love her to death, She's a part of me that'll always be with me, regardless, no matter the weather, no matter what happens.
Yeah.
She'll always be there.
Okay. So
close at heart. I have her feet here, and I have her face here.
Yeah. Wow, those must have hurt. How many tattoos do you have?
I got 1 trillion.
No, for real.
And still counting.
You still will get more?
No. I think these are enough for now.
Okay. So aside from the music, first of all, tell us, what are you doing away? You talked about your fashion line, but on the business front, what are you doing away from music?
I run a couple of businesses. I do real estate. I provide by every means necessary. This is the thing that people don't understand. We got to keep it moving. We're businessmen. We make money by all means necessary. So whatever it is, if you want ice in winter, we will sell you ice in winter. If you want a sun during summer, we'll sell you a sun during summer, Because at the end of the day, we have people who look up to us, and we have to provide for these people. I have 3 siblings,
Younger?
Yeah. 2 girls, 1 boy. They look up to me. Like, my father passed away, so I'm the breadwinner. And at the same time, we're still doing shows. So...
Are the shows paying better than the business? Which one is paying more?
The most important thing is the fact that they're generating income. We as a team, we don't say no to even 5 shillings.
Okay.
We collect it all, and, we keep piling it, and that's how it seems to look larger than life.
Okay.
But that's because we're not picky when it comes to currency. We just go for it.
Okay. All right. So I want to talk about, people that you've lost, Prezzo. You talked about your Instagram. Yes, I am aware it's not private, because I'm not going to say I live there, but I do check what you've been up to once in a while. So let me talk about, let me go back to Goldie on Big Brother Africa, who, again, was really close to you, and most recently, Fidel. I know, of course, you were very close with him. Just let's talk about these very important people in your life, and for you, just the loss of them. How did you deal with that? How are you dealing with that today?
Things like those, you have to just leave it up to God, Like, as a human being, for you to lose somebody who's close to you, it's a huge impact. And at the end of the day, if somebody comes to read my autobiography, and then people won't be too quick to judge. They'll be like, what, that guy's a strong individual, because it's always blows from my dad to my best friends, things like that. Remember Nazizi's brother, the late Firoz? It's happened to me so many times. But the thing, as human beings, we tend to forget, very fast. So for me, it's always a blessing, that we're still here. Seeing it every day you're above ground is a blessing. No matter what you're going through, you have to count it as a blessing. And for the close ones that I've lost, I know that they're looking down on me. And every close shave that I go through, and I actually go through it, it's probably them who are protecting me. So I can't dwell on that really. I just have to keep it moving.
All right, Prezzo, excuse me.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Are you sure you're okay?
I'm good. I'm good. You're a gentleman, aren't you?
Absolutely.
So I want to talk about, you talked about, well, yeah, those were totally different blows. But I want to talk about, your public spats with people or the media-created beef, for instance, that of you and Jaguar back in the day, and just sort of everybody being all up in your business and how to deal with that as a celebrity. How have you dealt with that?
I'm numb to all of that.
Are you?
Yeah, like honestly speaking, like it really doesn't, if anything, I always ask myself, if I wasn't important, why would somebody pick a bone with me? Or if I wasn't important, then why would the media talk about me? Whereby I've seen people who have been craving for that kind of attention and it still doesn't come around their way. So for me, like, I'm so numb to that, like, that's why I keep it moving.
Yeah.
It doesn't really bother me, like, And before I joined the whole industry, I knew what I was putting myself into. So there's no way you can get mad at, like, negative or positive publicity, because you actually knew that this is what you're calling for. And, people say be careful what you ask for because you just might get it.
Yeah.
And so...
What's the craziest thing that's ever been said about you?
So many things, There are tons of them.
Yeah.
Like every day, I just shake my head. And the people close to me, they just be like, okay, where did that come from?
Yeah.
Like from involvement with women that I've actually never been involved with. Beef with so-called who.
Yeah.
And, like, the truth is, like, we ain't never even seen eye to eye. So you ask yourself, like, how can I have beef with Lillian and yet I never met Lillian before?
Yeah.
You've never met me before. But I'm out there, like, calling you out.
Okay.
For a reason, like,
okay.
when you're on top there, I want to come on top there so people can, just sort of like, hey, look at me. I'm right here.
Well, so, Mr. President, could you talk to your people
I like
as
it when
we
you
wind
call
up?
me that. Say
As
that
we
again.
wind up, Mr. President, first of all, where did the Mr. President come from? Why? Why President?
Because...
Don't you think it's offensive to the President himself?
I respect the President.
Yeah.
Like, with all my heart, I think he's a very cool guy. And, how the name came about...
Have you met him?
No. I've spoken to him on the phone, though.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
We had a good conversation.
You sure it wasn't a prank?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah?
Like, it was... We followed all protocol. And
Yeah.
it's very cool,
Yeah. This was after Big Brother?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Nice. We kicked it and he said, like, you did us proud, man.
Yeah.
You're a cool dude. And I was like, man, you're pretty cool too yourself.
Nice.
But how the name came about was, ever since I can remember, like, I've always been a leader and not a disciple. You know what I'm saying? So I always took care of my people just as much as my people took care of me. And they nicknamed me President.
Okay.
And I rode
it's
with
stuck.
it. Yeah.
All right, so talk to your people, Mr. President, again.
I just wanna say, God bless everybody out there. And for every day you're above ground, just be grateful. You know what I'm saying? Because tomorrow is never promised, and you never know what tomorrow holds. So that's it.
Well, Prezzo, I know you've been dropping jams and, but I think a lot of people feel you've been a little bit quiet. Give us those hits. I know you're going to be performing for us shortly.
Yeah.
But what's up with the silence? Are you in studio day and night? Are you too busy doing other stuff?
Well, everything, like I said, everything comes at its own good time. And, if you walk a mile in my Timbs, because I got Timbs on.
Yeah.
If you walk a mile in my shoes, you'd realize that, there's just so much going on. And, I don't want to do music just for the sake of going in the booth and just doing music. I want to do music that people would appreciate and you know, sort of like, you know, the other hits before, they came from the heart. They weren't forced, you know.
Yeah.
I don't have people writing my music for me. I do it personally. So, you know, being here and there and here, but I guarantee you, you know, I was there before, I'm here now, and I'll always be here up until the time when I say, or God says, okay, my son, that's enough, you know.
Yeah, yeah. You seem pretty religious.
I am very religious.
You are? Are you Catholic, Protestant,
I believe
Muslim?
in God.
You believe in God?
Yeah.
Okay, so you sort of have a personal relationship with God.
Definitely.
Go to church?
I believe in God, Lillian.
Okay. Okay. Well, I do too. Anyway, DJ Crossfade is usually with us every other Friday right here on
Yeah, shout out to
One-on-One.
DJ Crossfade too.
Yeah, this is the main guy right here on the One-on-One. And Prezzo, you know, it's been so real. Of course, a lot of us are your fans.
Thank you.
I mean, we don't want you to stop doing your thing. We hope. Actually, are you working on any collabos with anybody right now? Are you thinking of partnering with anybody?
You know, we have a lot in store. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're tackling it one step at a time. Right now, we have a couple of shows that are lined up for Prezzo.
Okay.
Tomorrow, can I plug one in?
Yeah,
Is it
sure.
okay?
Yeah.
We got Millionaires Club tomorrow. Excess Millionaires. We're doing that tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So,
I see a lot of your friends hosting the...
which friends exactly are you talking about?
There's a friend of yours who's in one of your videos. You know, very pretty girl that I think hosts a couple of nights there once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if she's pretty, then she deserves to host it.
Yeah, she does.
You know.
True.
So we're out there, you know, but then I guarantee you, like, it's only a matter of time, and patience is a virtue. Like, you know why diamonds are so precious? Because you can't just, you know, scoop like the ground and come out with diamond. You gotta dig deep and keep digging, and that's what makes it precious, you know. And so for these hits to come as well, you know, you gotta be patient.
Yeah.
And we got nothing but time. You can tell that from the tone of my voice.
That.
You know, we got no rush, man. There's no
No
hurry.
pressure.
None at all.
I think it's just your style. I think it's just the way you've always spoken. Anyway, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure. We've been talking to Prezzo. The hashtag is One-on-One. Keep talking to us. Tell us what you think about what he had to say tonight. Tell us what you think about his clothing line, of course. He has it on tonight. Thank you so much. It's been real.
Thank you for
And that's
having
all
me.
the time we had. Of course, if you will do us the honor.
I appreciate
the
you,
honor of closing for us with one of your hits. That
I
would be
appreciate
awesome.
you, Lillian. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.
Baby, from the first time I laid my eyes on you, nilijua utakuwa mara that, bila kupoteza time nikachukua namba na kukupigia SMS pia kibao, picha kwenye Instagram wakajua nimeenda kwako, nimechizi mami, macho haya na pazia, mimi sichunguli kwa wengine, sipendi, sitaki, sikwachi, ni wewe ndiye mchumba wa dhati, nimenata nimenata kwako my girl, nimenata kwako my girl, nimenata kwako my girl, nimenata kwako my girl, nimenata kwako, yani wewacha tu, nimenata kwako kama smack magnetic. Loving you is fantastic. Hata wakichonga kama glue. Like a true first lady, huna time na wanafi. And yes to the haters, our love makes them sick. You're sexy, you're classy, not fussy. You're my baby, and my love for you is true. My love for you is real. My love for you is for cheesy. Nimenata kwako my girl. Nimenata kwako my girl.